Okay, we're back. Okay, we're here for the after party. Yeah, it's what's going on, guys? We're here for the after party. Okay, welcome to the after party show here on Mockany Draws. It just came from the Cotton Council, guys, so it's really cool to see that in spec. I gotta share this real quick. So, actually, yeah. Okay, so everybody's got their green screen. Okay, we good. We're live. We're live. By the way, Nikkei. Okay, before we get started, I want to show you this because I'm starting to drawing on Blanc because they dropped a new skin for they dropped a new skin in Nikkei, and I'm like, oh my god. Okay, I gotta show you this. Okay, I gotta show you guys this real quick. So this is the Battle Pass skin in Nikkei right now. Let me go up because Blanc is trending. Blanc is trending right now on Twitter. So you can follow me on Twitter, by the way. Blanc is trending right now. This is the new Battle Pass skin right here. See that? See that? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. I might have to get this. I might have to. I don't know. I just got Blanc too. So I just got Blanc, but this is the new skin though. Just like check this out. Yeah, that's the gotcha skin. Yeah, this is it. Like, oh wow. I like it. That is crazy. That is crazy. No, but she was trending on Twitter all day today. I was like, oh snap. I gotta cap in on this. So yeah, so we're drawing. So tonight I just if you guys came from the Cotton Council, I just showed up there, so this is like a little after party there. But yeah, we're drawing the Blanc skin tonight. I figured let's get some good progress on the line art. I just started it, so that's gonna be really cool. D-Rano, good sight. See you, Neo J, Chatty. Yeah, but yeah, this is the this isn't the gotcha skin. This is the Battle Pass skin. So that's definitely not for. See, so I don't have to spend like $60. You don't have to spend like $60 for this one. Yeah, is this? Yeah, this is the. Yeah, oh, it is the gotcha skin. Never mind. It is the costume gotcha. Okay, never mind then. Okay, it is the costume gotcha. Okay. And we're drawing it anyway. We're drawing it anyway. Lucky Nico, good evening. Guys, see, everybody coming over from the Cotton Council. Big shout out to you guys. Thanks, Snowda, for having me on. So, yeah. So, we're going to draw the Cotton Council 16. So, that's the battle pack. That's the gotcha skin. Okay. So, I have the line art here. I got my line art here, and I got my line art, and I got my reference board as well. So, I got my reference board. So, I'm going to pop up my reference board real quick. So, we'll hang it. But we'll hang out for a bit. We'll just hang out for a little bit. Probably, what time is it? It is 9:23. We'll probably hang out until, let's say, let's go for a good 2 hours, I guess. Yeah, let's go for a good 2 hours. Let's go for a good, or at least hour and a half, 2 hours. So we'll just hang out for the after party. So, I was just on Snowdub's channel for the Cotton Council. That was a lot of fun. If you guys haven't checked that out, definitely check out the replay. It was good to kind of be back on there. I know we were supposed to do the Beauty Bullets and Blades Expedition, CPU Aggie. Good evening. I know we're supposed to do the Beauty Bullets and Blades Expedition, but we're gonna move that back. So Peak Gaming will return next Saturday. So we'll do a Peak Gaming episode 30 next Saturday. So I know it's been we've been away for a while. So but it's time to get back into the Peak, and I think I finally got Skyrim to be stable. Let's put it that way. I finally got Skyrim to be stable on this one. So, but no, if you guys have been noticed, if you guys are not following me on Twitter, please do so. Like, I think I am 9 away from 1,100 followers. If you guys didn't see the, as long as you laugh, I'm happy. Aw, thank you. I got an announcement tomorrow on Mockany Live, so stay tuned for that, guys. It'll be at the very end of the show, but I got a little announcement, so it's going to be, I think you guys... And I think it's something that everybody's been waiting for from me, so, and I'm happy to finally announce it, so Oh, likely for fun to announce it, and hopefully it'll be start of something new, a new direction for a new direction for the channel. Such it seems that we're kind of like, as I'm noticing that I'm noticing that I'm drawing a lot more now than I thought. And you know what? It's really cool to see that. It's really cool to see that. So I want to say thank y'all for the incredible support. But by the way, guys, I'm not going to stress this out, guys. I'm not going to try to stress this out, plug this too much. But I just want to say one more time, if you guys are not following me on Twitter, please do so. Please do so. We are, what was it? Where am I? I am at 8 away. I am 8 away from 1,100 followers on Twitter. And my I want to say a shout out to everybody, because not only did my Rappy piece blow up because we're almost at 1K likes on that one. That Rappy piece blew up, which I want to say thank you to everybody. I was really happy about how that one turned out. But the freaking Quincy one. And the freaking Quincy one was blowing up too. That was crazy. It was like a knock-on effect, basically. Give it a couple months, you'll be in the big leagues. I know, right? Dude, I noticed that my output, like my Nikkei output, has been like tripled. I've never realized I've been doing like back-to-back Nikkei drawings, back-to-back Nikkei stuff all this month, man. It's been crazy. But no, but I did drop I just dropped a little sketch of Blanc, so that's the sketch I'm gonna be doing there. So, and I saw D-Rhino comment. So, but yeah, we're getting to 1,100 followers on Twitter. So really cool to see that. And like I said, thank y'all so much for just coming out on the Rappy piece, man. I can't believe it. And we finished that Rappy piece yesterday morning too. So we spent all morning yesterday working on that and finally finished it out. So, and I actually really like how that turned out. It felt like a that almost felt this almost feels wallpaper worthy, honestly. Like, I take a look at it and it almost feels wallpaper worthy, like phone wallpaper worthy. Even with its aspect ratio, it feels very phone. It feels like a wallpaper though. Like, I guess my mindset was like, draw it like you would if it was a burst animation. But no, you guys like the Rappy, and it seems that you've gotten faster, dude. I forgot to tell you. Okay, I forgot to tell you this. I'm going to get back to drawing, but I forgot to bring this up. Like, if you actually combined it. Sorry. Everything's running slow because I got a bunch of stuff open right now, so I gotta close all this out. But no, it's not Gar Country. I can see it. Okay, here's the funny thing about this. About this Quincy Escape Queen. I literally finished this in a day. Like, literally, I finished this in a day. Like, on... What was it? On Wednesday night... No. On Tuesday evening, before I went to work, before I left work, on Tuesday, I was already starting on the line art. Like, I already got started on the line art. It only took, like, 30 minutes to do the line art. And then I spent all day Wednesday just finishing the hell out of it, you know? I finished this... Technically, I finished this whole thing in a day, which is crazy. It's just super crazy that I finished all this in a day. I'm really impressed with, like, the details and stuff like that. I'm, like, really happy with the rendering, though. But yeah, it took like a day to finish. I can't believe that. So yeah, that was the crazy thing. That was such a crazy thing, and it's blowing up too. So yeah, it was kind of like a knock-on effect from the Rappy one. So, but thank y'all so much. So, man, I never thought my Nikkei output would just be like triple, in a way. I never thought my Nikkei output would triple in a way this month. I guess I could call it Nikkei Vember, I guess, because it's like, just doing nothing but Nikkei art. And I think, as you said, who was the one who said it earlier? Who was the one who said it earlier? Yeah, Chatty. Yeah, they keep giving content. Like, dude, that third anniversary, that third year anniversary, I think that was like what kicked it off for me. I was like, damn, I'm loving the gacha skin. I love the Red Hood Retro Days is my favorite skin in game, hands down right now. That's my favorite gacha skin, hands down. And I noticed that they are now putting the more Goonified gacha skin. The more Goonified skins are now behind the gacha. So Blanc is a gacha skin. So, which is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. The really Gooner skins are now behind the gacha. It's crazy. So I might, but you know what? I will say this. I will say in its defense. I will say in Nikkei's defense, you do get a lot of rewards if you're going for the gacha skin. You actually do get a lot of rewards. So you are getting a lot of rewards. And I know it's like, so you're actually getting a lot of rewards, including event tickets. So for polls. So you get tickets as well. So I will give it that. I will be fair. I'll be in fairness to that one. But yeah, this Blanc skin, I'm like, because people are asking in the chat, it's like, okay, so is Noir gonna get a skin too? Speaking of which, dude, I don't know if you guys saw this, Emerald. I don't know if Emerald saw this, but apparently they're adding 3D dorm rooms to Nikkei. If you guys been taking a look at what's been going on in the CN region, in the CN version, they've been adding dorm rooms with they're adding like virtual dorms with Viper and Blanc, and actually you can see there were some ones that I saw that Tyan R on YouTube was posting some of those videos of the dorm rooms that they're doing. It's like, that's pretty cool. It's like, oh, you can dance with them, you can do all this kind of things. There's one where it's like freaking Blanc is dancing on a pole, bro. Freaking Blanc is dancing on a pole, man. I gotta show that. I don't know if I can show that. That might be a little too spicy for YouTube. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna find it. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find that real quick. And I'm digging this track right now. I'm gonna have this on loop real quick. Okay. No. I gotta find that. I gotta show you guys that there's this. Let me find Tyan. Where's Tyan? Okay, so. And by the way, yeah, that's it's a pic of Jane. Found this on Pinterest. I like the pose, so I took it. This is a pose of Jane Doe, basically. Yeah, I like this a lot. So. I like this art of Jane, and I saw the pose. I thought, I was like, oh, I was thinking of that, and then I wanted to try that with Blanc, just do it in a different angle. So let me go to Tyan R's YouTube channel, because he actually has all the gifts too, which is pretty cool. So Tyan R is a YouTube. Tyan R is a Nikkei channel. They post a lot of Nikkei art, fan art, and clips and such like that every day. So I get to check that, and then let me see if I can find it. He's got it in his post section, which was like crazy. Yeah. So this is the gacha skin. This is the gacha skin, which is. Now we know where the bottom half went, because Noir has the bottom half. Noir has the skirt, so. I'm just wondering if, we're going to get a skirt version. Okay. And then Brent got a freaking... Ooh, I got to show this. Okay. So, I might have to log in to try... I might have to save my pulls for this, because Brent got like an Evelyn-style glow-up, if you look at her. Like Brent got this Evelyn-style glow-up, bro. That's crazy. And then even Diesel looking really nice, too. Yeah, that was like... Dude... Nikkei, please, make that happen. We need it. We need the Noir version of this. We need a Noir, okay? We need a Noir version, okay? Please, Nikkei, can we get a Noir skin of this, please? I love that. That's like the time. Can we please get a Noir skin, please? Oh my god. I know somebody would be very happy to see that. Emerald. Anyway, no, he's no, Tired Art puts a lot of Nikkei content on the channel and a lot of stuff from the CN stuff, but there's a okay, so their so this is what you see in the Chinese version, in the CN version of Nikkei, is that they've added dorm rooms, and I think eventually they will be adding that to global. And they got some characters for global too. They got some characters specifically for CN, which are very cute, like this little fox girl, which is cute. So, but this one, I gotta show this to you, bro. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing here? This is too peak right now. This is peak. This is straight up, bro. This is very Girls Frontline 2 like style dorm rooms, but this is with Blanc. Here, it's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, they're adding dorm rooms, which is crazy. So they're kind of like following in the footsteps of Girls Frontline 2 and Snowbreak by having dorm rooms. But bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all aren't ready for this next one. You guys are not ready for this next one. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. But it's very cute. It's very cute to see Blanc in 3D. So it's like we need a 3D noir. We need a noir. We need a noir. We need a noir dorm room. Say one in the chat for yes, noir dorm room, please. 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 Big jiggly noir dorm room, please. But you guys are not ready for this last one. This is crazy. This is straight out of Dead or Alive Extreme Turtle. Bro, that is... Bro, that is... Bro, that is... That is peak. Okay, that is some bonkable shit right there. Bro, I told you, you're not ready for that, man. You're totally not ready for that. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh, man. Ah. That is crazy. I changed my wallpaper to Emma for my Christmas wallpaper. Oh, okay. You still have Noir as your PFP. That's DOA by 6 mods. I'm like, can we get a Noir? Can we get a 3D Noir? I'm just saying. Can we just get a Noir version? I'm just saying. I'm just saying shift up. Just maybe. Can we get a Noir version, okay? The West South Side of Rockstar could never. No, you couldn't do stripper poles like that. You couldn't do strip poles like that, bro. We got pole dancing. We got some pole dancing. Oh. Speaking of which, by the way, yes, I did see that, I did know about the news. Stellar Blade is the highest selling. I'm gonna be honest. It's nothing like Brown Dust 2. It's so peak that you can't even show on the YouTube. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now, okay? I'm gonna tell you something. So they're doing a whole little event where if you wishlist Brown Dust 2 on Steam, you get all these goodies, right? Here's my thing. So because I've made so many super chats over the years that I have over 10,000. I repeat, 10,000 Google Play points. And it turns out I can actually spend those play points on Brown Dust 2. Maybe? That might be a thing. Also, Jay, you do realize... Oh, happy birthday to your cousin Melissa, Christian. They poured extreme pole dancing image for they gave us mods. Jay, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. So that might be I'm still contemplating on Brown Dust 2, okay? I'm still contemplating if I should jump in. Because I actually got the play, because it turns out my freaking play points are actually, I can actually spend those play points towards Brown Dust 2. That's crazy. And I got 10,000 points, so I can spend that towards Brown Dust 2. It's coming to Steam. It's coming to Steam, bro. It's coming to Steam. Brown Dust 2 is coming to Steam. They're doing a whole like campaign where you're getting all these goodies if you wishlist this on Steam. So it is on PC already, but it's coming to Steam. I think it's on PC. I think it's via its own client. It's on PC client, but no, it's coming to Steam. So yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Dude, how crazy is that? All we need is like Nikkei to come to Steam. That'd be bonkers. Nikkei are like Hoyoverse games to come to Steam. That would be like absolutely bonkers, man. I would love for Zenless to come to Steam. By the way, if you guys check out that new by the way, did you guys check out that new I forgot what the name is, but Hoyoverse dropped a 31-minute trailer for their newest game, and I gotta say, I like what I'm seeing. It's just I have to perfect innocent RPG, so it's right up my alley. Hoyoverse dropped their gameplay recently. They dropped their newest game, and I gotta say I like what I'm seeing. But in the back of my mind, I keep thinking to myself, "Oh, that's right. This is Hoyoverse, so it's gonna be greedy as hell." But it's basically they're basically competing with Ananta. They're basically competing with Ananta and Neverness to Everness. Yeah, they're doing they're doing basically their own version of Ananta. So it's just gonna be crazy. So it's gonna be the competition next year is gonna be fierce. But no, I want to get back on track with Stellar Blade. So Stellar Blade is now the highest selling. Stellar Blade is now the highest selling PC, highest selling Sony PC exclusive. And Shift Up is a second party develop. Shift Up is not a first party studio, by the way. But it is Stellar Blade is the highest selling PC launch for a Sony title. So congrats to Shift Up on that. I was going to talk about this tomorrow, but I'll say this right now. They just confirmed that Stellar Blade 2 will be multi-platform, and they dropped some concept art for Stellar Blade 2. And I'm like, oh, I can't. I freaking can't, man. I can't. Oh my god. She found new Hassan Crush on? I think they're getting. I did see the Jeff skin is cute. That Jeff skin is adorable, by the way. You're talking about the business Jeff skin. That business Jeff skin is adorable. I did see the Hassan Crash Out and Mercante on this. Yeah, I did see all that. Yes, I did. I did know about all that. So it's pretty cool stuff. So we'll be covering that. But no. He says I haven't gotten far in Brown Dust 2, so I can start over. Listen, and to Neo J. I agree. Brown Dust 2's animations are so spicy, even for YouTube. But I hope you understand. I hope Neo J. I hope you pay close attention to my intro for Peak Gaming, because guess what I use? I'm going to play this real quick. So I like how Neo J is going to tell me that Brown Dust 2 is animations are too spicy for YouTube, and not realizing that I have been using Brown Dust 2 in my intros for Peak Gaming. I hope you realize that, right? Right, Neo? I hope you realize that I've been able to do this on Peak Gaming, and nobody nobody says anything. I'll just play this real quick. This is the intro. Hope you pay close attention. Pay close attention to this intro, by the way. Just pay close attention. Sorry, I'm hyped up right now, okay? Yeah. You do realize I use Peak. You do realize that I use Brown Dust 2 in my intros, right? Uncensored too. You realize it's just up in the background, man. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Come on, Neo. You should know that by now. It's in the freaking intros. It's the damn intro. Neo's in the damn intro, man. Like, you want further proof? Here, I got further proof on you, okay? Here.
Thank you for playing in our world.
Yeah, just watch closely.
I must return you back to your world. Thank you for tuning in to Mockery Draws Presents Peak Gaming.
Yeah, you didn't catch that, did you? Yeah. Yeah, that was from the,
Tuning in to Mockery Draws Presents Peak.
Yeah, that was from, you didn't see that, did you? Yeah.
Peak Gaming.
That's from the, that animation was from the, Senran Kagura, crossover. It was from the Senran Kagura crossover, by the way.
Thank you for tuning in to Mockery Draws Presents.
Yeah, see? Izukage. And you saw that in the intro. I used the spicier ones, okay? Yes, Senran Kagura collab with Brown Dust 2. There is, I think it's Homura Hikage, Yumi, and, who was it? Who the fuck was it? Who's the collab? Who was in it? It was Sorry, I'm having too much fun. And I think Bronda's too is gorgeous artwork, by the way. Oh, this chick. Okay, so this was... Yeah, so they did a Senran Kagura collab a while back. So Brown Dust 2 did a Senran Kagura collab a while back. So, you know, we get that. We get that, but we don't get, like, you know, an actual Senran Kagura. You know, I'm just saying. Asuka. Okay, so this is a 4. There you go. You know, we get that, but we don't get a, we don't get an actual, Senran Kagura game. I'm just saying. And by the way, yes, their animations are spicy. They changed it up. Oh, it's that's crazy. But we don't get a Senran Kagura game, sadly. I'm with Kentman, man. I'm with Kentman on this one. It's just even I'm kind of like, even in this new age of like the Stellar Blades and the Gunnar games, the Nikkeis, the Girls Frontlines and such like that. I was like, man, if there was ever a time for Senran Kagura to make a comeback, it's this. If there's ever a time for Dead or Alive to make a comeback, it's right now. I see some of the scenes from Twitter. Yeah, we don't get a true Senran Kagura experience. Yeah, it's sad. I hate it though. It's sad. It's like disappointing. It's like this time would be perfect. It would just be so perfect. Okay. Because it's like, you look at it, like, we got, what do we have? Stellar Blade, Nikke, we got Zenless, I'm calling Zenless a Gunnar game. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling Zenless a Gunnar game. It is a Gunnar game, okay? It is straight up. We get these freaking indie titles to show up. Ninja Gaiden's coming back. Ninja Gaiden's bringing the sexy back. Okay, we're seeing these Easter devs just bringing the sexy back. Oh, here, where's Senran Kagura here? Like, fan service is back on the menu, boys. Okay, Peak is back on the menu. Freaking Chaos Zero Nightmare is getting crazy with their fan service. Like, guys, Senran Kagura, come on. You kind of like laid the groundwork for us. You kind of helped lay the groundwork in a way. You kind of help us walk. You kind of helped a lot of us run here, okay? Like, DOA needs to come back. It needs to come back. These fan service games need to come back, okay? Now's the perfect time to just say screw you to the industry. That's the perfect time to say screw you to the industry, because you saw what they did with the Gothic remake, right? So, thank you so much, Snow. Thank you so much. No, but you saw what they did with the Gothic remake, right? You saw that, right? You saw the women in the Gothic remake, right? Oh my god, it's just so it's so terrible. Oh my god. It's bad. And like, look at they're even doing a Prince of Persia remake. And what's so messed up is like how they I guess the female character, she's much more like Indian and such like that, and it feels like a serious downgrade. But what's even more shameful? Why you gotta bring out the board again? Listen, okay? I'm not bringing out the Gothic, okay? I'm not bringing the Gothic remake out because, good lord. No, but, Jason King, Kung Fu Hot Dog, I watched his video earlier before I went on Snow's show tonight, and I saw this. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. He showed this concept art of the female companion, and I'm like, oh my god. Even the original creators was like, what the hell, dude? Well, Ubisoft is trying to scrub it clean. Ubisoft was trying to scrub it clean, though, so I'm trying to look for that. It's that Prince of Persia remake. It's like, yeah, they were trying to scrub it clean. Tides of Annihilation, man. Tides of Annihilation. Come on. Okay. Please tell. It's Farah. It's Farah. There's concept art of Farah in the Ubisoft's trying to scrub it clean from the internet, but there was concept art of Farah in the Prince of Persia remake, and I'm like, okay, I found it. So this is from Grums. Say what you will. So this is how Farah looks like in the remake, and it's so completely different, because I'm going to show you. Bro! Like, dude! Like, come on! Like, for real. Like, for real. Like, for real. Look at this. Look at this concept art of Farah. This is perfect. I literally mean this. I wouldn't change a damn thing. This is perfect. This concept art is so perfect. Like, I love every single bit of this. I love every single part of this. This is perfection. I wouldn't change a thing. I'm dead serious. I wouldn't change it. I would keep it just like this. This concept art is gorgeous. Her design is gorgeous. Like, yes. Like, this is, come on. Her neck is long enough. She needs more things stretched out. Neck beauty in some random Southeast Asian country. Well, it's Prince of Persia, so yeah. But look at this, man. I would rather have that. I legitimately think that's a gorgeous design. I like the asymmetry in her outfit. I do too. That is a gorgeous, elegant design. I'm like, this is perfect, and her face is perfect too. Like, come on. I mean, come on, man. You missed it. You dropped the ball once again, Ubisoft. Come on now. Those fair look I expect the end of development, and then you see her in the leaks, and it's just like, yeah. She doesn't look bad, it's just she looks like a downgrade. Like, I don't think, I think they went completely in a different direction. It's clear that, dude, have you heard what has been going on? They've gotten so much backlash from that, they've gotten so much backlash from that Attack on Titan. Like, this looks so bad. Like, this looks so bad. This looks so bad. And they're getting destroyed over it. It looks so bad. It was such a bad collab that they just stopped. They announced that they're not making any more expansions for Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's how bad it was. Like, what the hell is this? This is supposed to be their Attack on Titan collab. It's like, that makes no sense. Why would you do an Attack on Titan collaboration set in feudal Japan? Like, this is the crossover fit. Like, and it's like, all the first part of this collab was just a bunch of, like, them running from, Yasuke, like, running from the Titan, from the Titans. I'm like, bro, just stop! This is desperation. It's so bad. Like, Ubisoft should be ashamed of themselves at this point, man. But yeah, this concept art is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is peak. Honestly, this is peak to me. I legitimately mean when I say it. This is peak. This is peak. Peak right here. I wouldn't change a single thing. I think this is absolute perfection. Yeah, it reeks of desperation. It's just like, somebody was like, is this a mod or something? I was like, this cannot be AC Shadows. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, there is no way this is AC Shadows, man. Yeah, CPU Aggie, it's like, yeah, it's just like, man, I'm geeking out over this right now. It's just like, man, this is so bad. This is just bad. Like, what were you guys thinking? And by the way, I joked about it. I was like, you know what? This Attack on Titan collab is more authentic than Yasuke. It's more authentic to feudal Japan than Yasuke. You just admitted. You just basically admitted that Attack on Titan is more authentic to feudal Japan than what you just had in the main game. And because the backlash was so bad that Ubisoft basically just announced, we're not doing any more expansions for AC Shadows. Like this would that would have made sense if this was Yasuke Simulator. That would have made a lot more sense, but this, no. Someone drop 100 for me to play this. Fuck you, Awesome One. I'm not doing that again. Fuck you, Awesome One. I am not doing that again. Okay? We are not doing that again. Historically accurate, my ass. Oh, did you know there were Titans in feudal Japan? You didn't know about that? You didn't read the history books there, did you? You didn't know about that? You didn't know about that, Neo? You didn't know there were Titans? The legendary Titans of the Titans of the Nepo period. Attack on Titan is a historical documentary. I'm saying, AOT is a historical documentary. They should have done a yokai or kami of it. I'm like, dude, guys, this is This is Ubisoft we're talking about. They're like $200 million in debt right now. Just remember, Ubisoft is like 200 million in debt right now. Okay, and gosh darn well, that they can't let this Prince of Persia remake fail. They're gonna flaunt the numbers. Okay, they're gonna pull an AC Shadows. This is what's gonna happen. Okay, they're gonna tease Prince of Persia at the Game Awards. It's gonna be dislike bomb all to hell, and they're going to flaunt the numbers just like what they did with AC Shadows, and not tell us that the game was an actual failure, which the game was a failure. Which AC Shadows, by all accounts, is a failure. Okay, it underperformed. It is a failure. Okay? 3 million players did not equate to sales, Ubisoft. Sorry. 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 You can't flaunt the numbers here, Ubisoft. The game was... AC Shadows is a failure, so much so that Mark Alexis Cote, your original lead, was fired. So much so that you're being bought out by that you're relying on Tencent to bail you guys out when you're 200 million in debt. You wonder why I have zero respect for this company. You wonder why I have absolute zero respect for this company anymore. I think this AC Shadows situation just kind of like set me over, where it's just like, you know what, fuck Ubisoft. Like, this company and everything it stands for. You are so beyond you are just delusional at this point to thinking that AC Shadows was an absolute success. And that all of that drama, all of that controversy didn't hurt the sales. You are delusional to believe that. You are so freaking delusional. Oh, sorry. It's just coping, man. It's just coping. Okay, Ubisoft is coping at this point. So much so that now Vantage Studios, which is now 25% owned by Tencent, which, by the way, Vantage Studios is going to be taking over the Assassin's Creed IP, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry. And they're letting, and it's Tencent owned, by the way. It's 25% Tencent owned, so you know damn well Tencent ain't gonna have any of it. Well, Tencent will probably to be fair, Tencent will be all hands off on that anyway, so it's probably not gonna mean anything. So I guess I was wrong. I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong on that one. Okay, I am so wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. And it just dawned on me that oh, she's got pigtails. Okay, she's got pigtails. Okay. No, it just dawned on me that that Blanc has ridiculously long pigtails. So. Yeah, Blanc has ridiculously long pigtails. I'm fucking with this beat right now. Sorry, I'm fucking with this beat right now, man. This beat is tight. I'll turn this up just a little bit so you guys hear the beat. I am enjoying Nikkei. I am. It's like the third year anniversary really got me back. I'm not gonna lie. The 3rd-year anniversary really got me back. 3rd-year anniversary. And to see all this shit as a prologue, it's like crazy. To see that all this is be a freaking prologue, it's fucking crazy. And they're gonna set up some kind of freaking, and they're setting up, and if you played Snowbreak, in the recent Beyond Elysium event, yeah, they're setting up something big. They are setting up like a war going on, and it's crazy. Sorry, I got this track on repeat. It's dope. Modern audience just don't care about fans. Exactly. Well, we all knew that, man. Even come on now. Even Stevie Wonder can figure that out. Stevie Wonder can figure that out. Come, who are you trying to fool? Who are you trying to fool? Who are you trying to fool? Awesome one. Come on now. Come on. Not even Stevie. Dude, you know what it is? Yeah, it's like that's the weird thing, Emerald. It just it got me back. Like the 3rd-year anniversary got me back playing. It got me back to log in. I was looking at how they set up the Goddess Fall event. Really got me hooked. The Goddess Fall event got me hooked. Seeing all what's been going on with the prologue and everything is crazy. And you know what? I came back because I saw Nayuta and I was like, Nayuta's design is absolute peak. I'm like, I'm getting that. I'm saving my tickets for Nayuta, because that is peak. And I did get her gacha skin as well. But the freaking Red Hood, that Red Hood retro days, man, that damn skin, dude. That got me to draw it. Like, I ended up telling the chat, oh, I'm gonna draw this. I need to draw this. I need to put some time later to draw this, and sure enough, it just kind of like created a snowball effect where I'm like, man, I'm drawing. Now I was like, damn, it just came out of nowhere. I had an idea for another Nikkei drawing, and I was like, okay, I'll draw Quincy, and then I'll do Rappy. I was like, you know what? I'll do Rappy in that same outfit. It just came out of ideas. I was like, oh, I like this. Ooh, that's cool. I'll draw this one. So yeah, I've been drawing a lot of Nikkei. I've been drawing a lot of Nikkei art this month. Let's be honest, man. I can't help it. Yes, I am enjoying it. It's just, did you break the bank on outfits? No. Thankfully, I didn't. But the freaking the gacha skins, man. But no, both Nayuta and Red Hoods are both gacha skins, so it's like, damn. Where's her husband? Bro, we all know that, bro, come on now. Let's be honest here. You know, I do need to see Blanc's Bond story, because I'm very curious about that. Because we all know that, if you played her sister's Bond story, you do realize that her sister is like one of the only few Nikkei. I am convinced here, okay? I am convinced that Noir, along with, I want to say Noir, Rosanna, at least there is a select, listen, there's a bunch of Nikkeis are in love with the commander. Let's be honest, it's a harem. And there's a lot of blue balling. But you can't not look me in the eye and tell me that out of all the Nikkeis, that, yes, canonically, the commander has clearly, if you play Noir's Bond story, yes, the commander slept with her, okay? He slept with Rosanna, okay? Hey. On, okay? Okay? I am led to believe that there has to be at least a good list of Nikkeis that the commander has slept with at this point. So look at his energy, okay? mean, homeboy. I mean, in that freaking what was the buddy girl event? In that freaking homeboy event. In that freaking damn event, bro. I would never bro, I'm telling you. I'm sorry. I got to play this game, bro. Oh my nigga. Bro, I played that bunny event, bro. That was like after the summer event. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this has to be it has to be my single favorite moment. One of my favorite moments in Nikkei. Bro, I gotta show you this. I'm having fun with this. I got it. That bunny event, bro. Bro, that event would never. I can't believe they pulled that kind of shit. What's Tynar? What's Tynar? I need to see that. We need to do that shit again, bro. He was willing to do it in a hospital. That is outrageous. Exactly. Okay, I want you to play this. So this is from like back in the summer here. This is from the Bunny Girl event back in the summer here. And I want you to take a look at this dialogue. Milk is teasing the hell out of him because they got like undercover shit. Milk's teasing the hell out of him, that saying the commander is too nice. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't be that kind of an asshole. Oh, on the street, he wouldn't do anything and something like that. Milk's just trying to mess with him. Bro! Okay? That's my nigga! My boy! Just marking his territory, man. That's just messed up, bro. It just marking his I was like, bro. Like, homeboy just marking his territory. Homeboy just marking his homeboy just planting the flag already. I'm like, nah. Bro. He up his ass like that, bro. I was like, dude, this is crazy. Homeboy. I'm like, bro. I'm like, bruh. Bro, I'm like, you know what? That's gangster. That's a straight gangster right there. Don't be playing the flag half of him. Come on now. Oh my god. I love that. So the commander went to him like, bro. You trying to fucking tell me. I'm like, tell me I'm too nice. Tell me I'm too nice. Okay? Tell me I'm too nice and see what happens. Oh boy, I'm like, you know what, my nigga. No, man, that ain't planning to make it a big scoop. That is just, listen, I'm planting my flag on you right now, okay? This is property. I'm like, this is my property here, okay? My damn name is playing on their ass cheek right now, okay? Hey, this is my property. I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna, bro, you can't try that shit, bro. I was like, bro, that's some Giga Chad shit right there. What's he feeling, bro? He didn't hesitate either. I'm like, that's some Chad energy, bro. He taking advantage of the situation. I'm like, bro, this is gangster. That is gangster. That is gangster. That's like a Snow Dub move right there too. That is lore accurate, baby. That is lore accurate. Woo! You know what? I'm like, nah, bro. I don't care if they all, bro. You can make the argument. You can say they all robots all you like, but you know damn well if you're commanding an entire squad of robot waifus, you know damn well you're probably sleeping with half of them. You're probably sleeping with half the roster at this point. Oh no, dude. Snowbreak. That's kind of funny thing with Snowbreak. I'm like, nah, Snowbreak ain't like that at all. Snowbreak's just straight up. Snowbreak's a straight up harem. Every girl's in love with you at this point. And you got a riz for it, bro. So I'm like, bro, nah, man. I'm protecting. I'm like, you know what? That's my boy. I'm like, that's my boy. That's my nigga right there. That's my boy. That's my boy. Damn, homeboy. Homeboy right there. That's a Machiny moment right there. Let's be honest here. This shit's a straight up Machiny moment. That's a Machiny. Dropping moment. You know, I'm picking it for you dropping it. You had those moments, man. You had those moments where I'm just like, you know what? Listen, man. Listen. Okay, let me tell you something about my biggest. I like Zenless. Okay, I like Zenless. But the only thing I would, if I don't like the fact that Zenless, you are locked to either Bell or Wise from the beginning, so you have to choose, so you can't, like, play the story miss. You can't do, like, the story campaign, as you can't switch out. Like, you can switch out a game, but in terms of story, you're stuck with the character at the beginning. I should have played Wise. Because, let me tell you something. When you play Wise, it makes too much sense. Everything makes too much sense, okay? It turns into a harem. It is a straight up harem, okay? Like, I even did a whole series. Like, I did a whole set of drawings this summer based on the Wise harem meme. Like, I'll show you. I gotta go back. I gotta share this. I know. I'm just like, see, I'm excited right now. See, you got a lot out of me, but okay. So yes, Neo, that counts. I agree 1,000%, Neo, that counts because, bro, when you play Zenless as Wise, it makes way too much sense. It's too much racing going on, bro. It's too much. So I'll show you. So I planned this to, like, because I do like the summer swimsuit selection I do summer swimsuit selection every year, and I wanted to play on the whole Wise harem meme, basically, and I did 3 drawings. So the first one I did. So let me show you. So this is the first one I did. The first one I did was of Nicole, and I originally was just going to stick with that, just to draw Nicole, but I thought of a funny thing was to put Chibi Wise and then Chibi Miyabi at the very bottom, because I thought that was a funny little touch. And then it just gave me this idea to where I followed it up with Miyabi. And I did the same expression. Here. So Miyabi got jealous. He got jealous. She revealed her bikini to bikini, and it's like freaking Nicole is like just like shocked as hell. And I did a third one of this with Belle. Ellen, and Trigger. I did the third one, this with Bella, Ellen, and Trigger, and I played on the idea that basically Wise's little sister is his wingman. Wise is basically his wingman. And the fourth drawing, actually, if I continued this, which I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit, because I probably should have continued this, but if you notice in the background, you see Jane. Like, you actually see Jane in the very background. She's, like, hiding in plain sight. The fourth drawing would have been... you can see Jane. You can see Jane hiding here. You can see, like, Ellen's tail of water. You can see Ellen's tail. The fourth drawing would have been... It would have been Ellen, Astra, Yijuan, and I think Ellen, Astra, Yijuan, and who's the fourth one? No, I think it would have been Ellen, Astra, and Yijuan. And the idea would have been at the bottom of the screen, you see all the girls just like, all just shocked. Wise would just give this same expression the whole time. Wise would just give this same expression the whole time. And then, like, the fifth drawing would have ended, like, this whole series would have ended with Jane Doe, like, pouncing on Wise. And everybody is just like, what the fuck? Because this is all a secret ploy. This is all a secret ploy by Belle. Because Zillus, like, if you play Zillus as Wise, it makes too much sense because it turns into a straight up harem. You notice immediately. you notice it immediately, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna have. Well, your little sister is your wingman, basically. Your little sister is your wingman. Like, oh, she secretly put this on. She secretly got them all together. This is all a ploy by Belle. So, like, the fifth drawing would have ended with Jane pouncing on Wise. She's just hiding in the shadows the whole time. It's just like. Who doesn't like the Rat Bakery? I know, I totally agree. It does. I love the Rat Bakery. What are you talking about? It was a funny idea. It was just an idea for a series I had. I was like, oh, this would be cool. This would be funny. Because it just played on that whole meme of, all the girls in Zenless being attracted to Wise, which kind of proves my point, because, which actually kind of proves it a bit more. Like, I'm just saying, like, with Belle, it kind of makes sense, but with Wise, it makes perfect sense. It's like, no. No, the fourth pick would have been Vivian, Yijuan, Astra, and Ellen. And there's so much, like, fan art, and you know what the funny thing is? There's so much art of, like, Ellen and Wise, by the way. There's, like, it's specifically Ellen and Wise. There's so much Ellen and Wise shipping, and it's like, dude, even, like, one of my favorite artists on Twitter, Bento, did a special, did a date illustration with Belle and with Ellen and Wise on Ellen's birthday, and I was like, oh my god, that's so perfect. So, like, so are we gonna see the follow-up scene where they basically fuck afterwards? Fuck afterwards. I'm just saying, if you look at Zenless, if you kind of look at Zenless in a different light, then you realize how much of a harem it is. I can see why they're based. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, you know what? That actually kind of makes sense. Ellen and Wise are kind of a perfect match if you think about it. It's like, I'm not into the shipping shit. I don't do this shipping, like, pro ship kind of shit. I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny here. It's like it's funny here, but yeah, like the whole thing with like it's like it kind of makes sense. And like Ellen would be like a perfect match for Wise if you think about it. Ellen is like a perfect match for Wise. It's like Wise is still like my favorite. Like Wise is still my favorite girl in Zenless. No, Ellen. I'm sorry. Ellen is still my favorite girl in Zenless, and Jane and Yijuan being the second and third. Like I freaking modeled like Brianna. I modeled Brianna's Evelyn. Sorry, not Ellen. Evelyn. Sorry, Evelyn. No. I didn't say Evelyn. No, it's Evelyn. So Hinto did a fan art of Evelyn and Wise, and it was on Evelyn's birthday, and I was like, it made perfect sense because Evelyn is like, if you really think about it, like take a moment to think about it, Evelyn is perfect. I think Evelyn is perfect for Wise. And it's like, there's so much fan art of just Evelyn and Wise. It's like, bro, that's crazy. Wise. And I love Evelyn, by the way. I fucking love Evelyn, so. I'm having too much fun. I need to continue drawing. We need to continue the light art. We need to continue the light art. I am so avid. Dance Snowdove, you got me like so filled with energy tonight, man. It's like it's too early. It's too late for this, man. I need to go to bed soon. It's like get the show going tomorrow. No, it's just it's just funny. The freaking Wise harem is just absolute brilliant, though. It was just like low key. It's like low key, and this is also part of the reason why I think Zenless is like, out of all the Hoyoverse games, Zenless is clearly the Gunnar one. Zenless is clearly the Gunnar version. Is the Gunnar one. So that's the. If you really think about it, Zenless is really the Gunnar one. And it's the one that if you're a fan of the more fan servicey gotchas like Nikke, Brown Dust 2, Snowbreak and such like that, and like Chaos Zero Nightmare, you would be flocking to Zenless. Because yeah, they low key throw in a lot of fan service. They low key put in the fan service, and with how they really prop up the female characters a lot, like their designs. The fuck? Shut up, Power! What are you talking about?
But do you play ZZZ? No. I really, really love one of the character designs from ZZZ. I like this bitch. I like the rat.
Okay, who doesn't like the rat, Power? Come on now. Who doesn't like the rat?
What are we seeing right now? Replacing Gunnar, by the way? I'm not. I'm just amazed at how good the animation is. You wouldn't get it. I like the rat.
Do you get it now? The filthy nature of these games, do you get it now?
Why do rats wiggle their ears? For example, your wiggling is a social signal displayed by female rats during courtship. Female rats wiggle their ears when they are in heat to excite male rats and encourage them to mate. Jane, no! What did you mean by this?
Oh yeah. It should have been me. It should have been me. It's funny. Oh man, I'm not beating those allegations. I'm not beating those allegations, am I? Was it true? Was that retard? It was like a jerk. Was that racist said? I was like a jerk off to anime girls 5 hours a day, and I'm like, wow, nice. I'm not beating those allegations. Silky Mick bit 100% rats, bro. Listen, okay. Whoever came up with Jane Doe's design probably deserves a raise, honestly. It's just brilliant. Everything about Jade is brilliant, okay? It's just brilliance here, okay? And Jane was like one of the first. I think Jane was the first girl that I maxed out their relationship. Like, I immediately wanted to max out their relationship because I wanted to see how it's laid out. I'm like, no. Jokes on him, I have no shame. Dude, I've drawn Jane, like, what? 3-4 times at this point. I've drawn Jane, like, 3 or 4 times at this point, so that's not surprising. Like, Nicole's is a close second. Like, dude, I dressed Saya up as Jane for Halloween last year. You guys didn't know that, did you? You guys didn't know that. Okay, so actually, I dressed a bunch of characters up as Zenless girls for Halloween. Like, Squeaka, like, I dressed Squeaka up as Bernice. Like, I dressed Squeaka as Bernice. Riot Kitty was, or Cat was Rena. Cat was Rena. Kiki was Nicole. Let me show you. Where was it? I did full time-lapse videos. I did time-lapse videos, but I did do shorts on the sketches ones, though. The one for Squeaka as Bernice, that was a short. The one for Cat as Rena was also a short. I just close out my windows. Let me find it. Okay, so here we go. So like her posture too is like very bad. So I dressed Kiki as Nicole just because that made too much sense. Like, I dressed Kiki as Nicole, and I dressed Saya as... I love this one. I dressed Saya as Jane. I dressed the cat girl as a rat. I dressed the cat girl as a rat. No, her animations is like a snake. No, it's like with Jane. It's like she has that sultry, like, she has that very sultry, like, posture to her. She has that alluring, like, sultry, like, posture to her. Even with her walk animations are just like, bro, that is some peak right there. Okay, even her walking animation is like, bro, that's crazy. Like so much so that I did a what was it? I did a super chat clip of Jane walking. Actually, let me find it. It's good. It goes. Oh, here we go. Super sticker. Yeah, I did this one of Jane walking. I just did this just for super stickers, but yeah, I had to dedicate an entire walk animation, and this is the mod that got me into Zenless, by the way. This is the mod that got me into Zenless, bro. Crazy. Just, it was the first time I noticed that Hoyoverse upped their jiggle game, because I'm like, bro, she is just, that is just a masterclass on how to do jiggle physics. Like, bro, that's crazy. I'm just saying, like it's the funny thing about Zenless. It's like, this is a masterclass on how to do jiggle physics, and it's like, bro, it's like we're in a war. Like, all these games are like upping the jiggle physics up in some way. Like Stellar Blade, Nikkei, Zenless, Snowbreak. Like, all these games are upping the jiggle physics, and it's like, bro, Zenless, and I still think Zenless wins out in the fact that with Zenless, their entire body, every muscle in their body jiggles. It's like, bro, that's crazy. That's like next level right there, dude. That's like next level jiggle right there, bro. This is just a contract. This is the company. I love that. That's the funny thing was that, like, they did a hot fix. I remember when Stellar Blade did a hot fix, and they did a hot fix, and the hot fix was to update the jiggle physics. So when Eve does that animation of her looking over the pool table, the breast actually, they did a hotfix to make it so that the breasts actually push in closer. I'm like, bro, that is attention to detail. It's like pushing closer. I'm like, bro, that is putting money where it counts. That is putting the money where it counts. That is the budget. That's a budget increase. Just got a budget increase. We're just gonna make this. I'm like, dude, we're gonna have a war. It's dude, screw this whole like cutting edge graphics. It's gonna be a war of like who can produce the best soft body jiggle physics. Okay, that's where the technology is gonna head to. We're gonna have jiggles. Like, dude, even freaking AI can simulate. I was like, even what's even crazy is like even funny thing is like even AI can simulate like jiggle physics too. That's crazy. You can simulate good jiggle physics. Like, oh. What a time we live in. What a time we live in, y'all. Graphics cards up the wall. You got like freaking expensive hardware. Graphics cards up the wall. Graphics card costs more expensive to buy, and all that technology is used for AI. Which I'm like, nah. You need to save that technology for where it counts the most. Jiggle physics. I think that's where the real battle is going to be for next generation graphics. Is jiggle physics. Like, let's see the PS6 and the next Xbox. Let's try to up the jiggle physics game, okay? That's the timeline we should have been in, okay? That's the timeline we should have been in. Just like what the freaking jiggle physics. Let's up the jiggle, okay? Up the jiggle, okay? Screw this. Like, oh, we need to have cutting edge, real lifelike graphics. No, we need jiggle physics. Okay, you want to up the ante on graphical fidelity. You want to up the ante on technological on technology. Up the jiggle physics. Like, no, that's what they should advertise. That's what they should advertise. Like even Snowbreak was so proud. When they did their summer event this year, when Snowbreak did their summer event this year, last year. They did their summer event last year, and one of the things they were so proud of is that they were proud of, they specifically said in their update, we've also updated the jiggle physics. And it's like, bro, I remember showing that on Marketing Live, and I was like, you know what? If I were CSUN as well, I would be proud of it too. I would show that off. If I was a developer and I focused on improving, and we saw vast improvement in jiggle physics, I would be proud to show that off. I'm like, look at this. We've improved the jiggle now. And sure enough, they did, because they upped the breast physics, and they upped the butt physics too. I'm like, damn, you guys stepped it up a bit. I'm gonna give some masterclass of gacha games. We're going anatomy as a rabbit. Oh my god, what are you doing here, bro? It doesn't work. The 404 not found, dude. Power. Whatever you're trying to send me, not found. It's not available. Sorry to tell you. I am just like all over the place right now, and it's like almost 11 o'clock, and I shouldn't be just like all too much energy. But you know what? Snowdove got me that energy, okay? Snowdove gave me that energy tonight, so. Snowdove gave me that energy tonight, okay? Yeah, Snowdove gave me that energy. So, Snow, if you're still watching, thanks for having me on. Thanks for having me on as a guest, man. I appreciate that. Oh my god. I'm grooving. Yes, I have this song on repeat. You know what? I'm grooving to it, you know? I'm just saying. It's just like, man, it's just like, it's gonna be crazy though. Man, I can't wait. It's like, I know I was supposed to do Blonde Blazer. I was supposed to do Blonde Blazer next, but I was like, I'm kind of tempted to do the. I was tempted to do the Blanc one, you know. I was supposed to do Blonde Blazer, but I attempted to do Blanc. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll do Blanc. Actually like Blanc. I'm still on this this Nikkei kick, anyway. So. It's just this is gonna be hard though. You know what? You know what? I realized something. I realized something this month. And I don't know if I should be proud of myself for it, but with my art with all the artwork that I did this month alone, I feel like I've learned something new. I feel like I was trying something new, trying something more interesting. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, I felt like I was trying something new each time, you know? I was really more focused on coming up with a very interesting pose and angle than anything else to make it feel dynamic. And it feels like I was learning something new. I'm learning some new things this month, you know? Even with this, I'm gonna have this one. I'm gonna have a problem with because she's supposed to, because Blanc is actually pulling her pantyhose. She's actually pulling it. So she's. I'll show you in the. So with Blanc here, so this is her outfit, right? And so one of the fan arts had her pulling her pantyhose like that. So I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea. I'll do that, something like that, similar with the top down thing. So just learning how to, do the hands, how to draw the hands and such like that, draw the fingers in a way it shows that it's actually pulling, in a way that she's actually pulling her middle finger. He's kind of using her middle finger and her index finger to pull the pantyhose. Hey, to pull her pantyhose like that, I thought that was a nice touch. And like I said, I would love a this freaking banger ass. So I think I thought that would be a nice touch to have her pull her pantyhose like that, just kind of and I can simulate the cloth and such like that, doing cloth. Now I think the hardest part I'm gonna run into, one of the hardest things I'm gonna run into is how to do the mesh. What is there a texture brush that I need to be able to do this kind of mesh for her pantyhose, though, you know? Because I want to I want to do a texture mesh, I'll show you this, so this is from the illustration. I do want to figure out how to do a texture, mesh like this. And I'm wondering if I need a brush for it, or if it's just a brush or a specific trick that I need to learn how to be able to do a texture, how to simulate this kind of pantyhose kind of mesh like that. So I just thought that was very interesting, you know? So sorry, I'm just it alludes to the fact that I guess it just alludes to that, like, it feels like I try to learn something new, or I try to I try to learn something new, I try to improve, I try to pick up a trick or something, and I'm trying to learn a rendering style too, so and I gotta remember, Blanc has ridiculously long hair, so... Blanc has ridiculously long hair, so... Or, well, in this case, ridiculously long twin tails, so... So I need to make sure she has, like, ridiculously long twin tails. And I'm probably gonna do the dynamic lighting, though, too, as well, so... And just remember that the hair goes all the way to the floor. Blanc's hair. His twin tails go all the way to the floor, so... Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, but I legitimately mean this, guys. I legitimately mean this when I say this. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys really... Like, you guys really came out for all the work this month. All my work this month, you guys really came out for it, and I can't thank y'all enough. Seriously. I truly mean that. You guys have been... And I think a lot of this Nikkei work has been so invigorating for me this month, too. You know? And I think... I'm going to try something next week. We're not going to do Machina in the morning next week. I'm just going to do regular streams like this. I'm just going to do regular shows like... I'm just going to do draw streams like this because I'm considering retiring Machina in the morning entirely and just do a new show called... And just create a new show just called Never Stop Drawing because that's... I don't know. I'm becoming so invested. I'm becoming more and more invested in my work lately. And I'm hoping, and I'm seeing the turnout. You guys are coming out for him too. You guys are coming out for him, and I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think it's the time to retire Machina in the morning and just really make a new show just called Never Stop Drawing, because I think that's really what, really what we're about. And I think we're slowly branching back into what this channel really is, man. And I don't know. I've been watching a lot of art tutorials lately too. I think this probably helps. I've been watching a lot of art tutorials lately. Emerald, I saw Emerald's post on Discord saying that he got his tablet ready, and that's crazy. It's like, and it's just such a, I don't know, it's such a refreshing, and I really mean this when I say this, Emerald. I don't know if it was just an influence on me. I don't know if it was just because you've been following me all this time. But if it is, man, I'm so happy for you. I really am. I'm really happy to see a lot of these people. I'm happy to see a lot of this audience. I think it's the biggest compliment that I could ever get. I think it's the greatest compliment that I could ever get on this channel is to I would probably drop one show. It's just I'm gonna drop I would probably drop Machina in the morning just for this Never Stop Drawing, just because that feels much more natural to me. That feels much more at home to me, that feels much more like, okay, you're going back to that. But what I was gonna say, what I was gonna say was that, you know, hearing Emerald say that, you know, he got his tablet ready and shit like that, and it's like, I do wonder if that was because of him just being around me this whole time. And the thing that you guys have to, the thing that a lot of people don't understand, or a lot of people may not understand, is that, like, you know, the likes, the subscribe, the likes, the subscriptions, the follows. You guys, I appreciate all of them. But the greatest compliment I've ever gotten for the past 5 years of doing this channel is hearing people say that I got in the drawing because of watching you. That I've inspired my audience to... start drawing, you know? I've inspired a lot of my audience to start drawing. You look like Jesse, you look like Felix from Stray Kids. Interesting. Well, hello, Julie. Nice to meet you. Yeah, that's the greatest compliment you could ever give me, you know? I didn't mean like, oh. No worries, man, no worries. No, I mean that. It's just, that's a compliment. That's one of the greatest compliments I've ever had. It's just, you know, having people tell me, you know, I got into drawing because of you, or my, you know, my grandkids are getting into art, and they wanted to, you know, what do you recommend? What do you recommend? Like, for example, Penny, she has grandsons that she's in, she has grandsons who got a tablet and asked for tutorials from me or stuff like that, and I just directed them to this whole playlist of art tutorials that I put up that I think is great to learn from. My coworker in, actually the head of IT, his daughter is an artist, and he reached out to me. We had a chat while, and I showed him, like, I told him, you know, if you want, you know, because his daughter is getting into digital, and it's like, okay, I'll tell her that, show her this playlist I have. Tell her, you know, this, that, or the third, that it's important to just, like, learn fundamentals and such like that, you know? And this comes from somebody who struggled at fundamentals, somebody who probably should be practicing more fundamentals, probably should be learning more fundamentals, such like that. I can't teach people how to draw this or that. I can't teach people how to do that, but I can motivate people to start wanting to pick up a pen and start going at it on their own. You know? And I feel like that's, for me, I think that's probably the best thing I could teach people, is to just do it. Like, the whole thing is like, oh, I can't draw. No, you can. I've always believed that. You can. You actually can. And now I'm going to hold that belief till the day I die. It's like, no, you can. You know, what I really do try to believe that it's not talent. It's not just talent. It's discipline. It's learning. It's practicing. It's trying and failing again. This is more than just talent for me. I guess you could say. This is more than just talent for me. This is me learning. This is me practicing, me studying, me going to get better. Believe me, if this was if this was me 10 years ago, I'm serious. If this was me 10 years ago, like 10, 11, 12 years ago, I wouldn't be able to do this. I would not be able to do what I do now. I'm dead serious. If this was me like 10 years ago, I would not be able to do this. If this was 25-year-old Makini, I would not be able to do this. I would be struggling every single time. I would be angry at myself the whole time. I had to fail a lot to be able to pull this off. And I still am not. And even in anatomy, I'm still, like, off. But you know what? I came such a fucking long way than what I was 10 years ago. Or even 15 years ago. Or such like that. I look back at my old work and it's just like, bro, you came a long way. You legitimately came a long way. Like, you care, like, you could look at this and just be me just drawing TNA all the time, but there's a clear case in that you clearly focus on your craft. You're clearly focusing on your craft. You're focusing on trying to make this more interesting, trying to be more dynamic about it, trying to really capture... I'm not trying to glaze myself or anything, it's just... You have that mindset of wanting to continue going despite failing. Of wanting to continue to learn despite failing. Knowing that you're going to fail at this, yet you still want to because you're passionate. Because you like it. Because you personally like it. You personally want to see yourself be like those artists you look up to, those artists you're inspired by. You know? You want to be able to achieve that kind of rendering style. Achieve that kind of stuff, man. I guess you could say that's what's been driving me for so long. That's what's been driving me for a long time. That's been my driving force for such a long time, you know? So yeah, and the thing is, and I'll be blatantly honest with you. I'm using Grok. And I'm using Grok to help just plan out my post, on my Twitter account, find the right hashtags, and just, you know, what kind of phrasing should I use for my posts and such like that, and what works. Find what works, what's the right time for me to post, and such like that. So it's this whole playbook is helping. I think it's starting to help me the more I think about it, because it's like, okay, you're making the right moves. You're actually doing the right things. It's just, you got to be patient. You got to stick with it. It just comes down to you just have to stick with it to get that long term, to really get that long term growth that you want. You know, you gotta stick with it. You know, you gotta stick with this plan. You know, pace your posts. You know, don't. You know, I'm starting to use a thread. I'm starting to make like a thread just for work in progress stuff. Be careful of my timing. It's just finding the right time to post. Find it's just what works. It's a culmination of a lot of those things, but the quality of the work is a factor. If you're able to, the quality of work is a factor, and you know, just always keep that in mind. Don't ever feel like you're not putting out quality work, and it's like, no, you clearly are. This is never a sprint. This is never a sprint for me. This is always a marathon. You're running. You got to treat this like a marathon. You got to treat all of this like a marathon. You got to treat this as a journey. That's why I asked that honest question. Would you guys support me if I started a Patreon? Because, you know, a lot of people are. I'm seeing a lot of artists do. And sure enough, like, out of all the votes I got, a good 71% of votes said yes, they would support me if I had a Patreon. So that is something to keep in mind. You know, something a lot of this is just to keep in mind, you know? The way I see next year play out for me is that I'm likely gonna be more active behind the tablet. I'm gonna be more active on the tablet, you know? When I'm not streaming, I'm drawing, I'm learning, I'm learning some new stuff, I'm practicing, I'm not making, I could see myself making less and less hot takes and such like that, less and less commentary stuff, but you can see yourself working smart. I think what's going to happen next year is I'm going to be working smarter. I think I'm going to be learning to work smarter now. Going back to that old me, yeah, going back to... I could see myself posting more often. I'll probably be able to do like 2 to 3, be able to do like 2 posts, be able to do 2 full drawings in a single week, be able to do not just 1 drawing a week, not just 1 full illustration a week, do like 2 or 3 do like 2 illustrations a week, like constantly posting shit, like constantly learning, constantly growing and stuff like that. Yeah, but I think it's like, no, your channel. This is your channel. That's what matters the most. Your channel is what matters the most, and that's what matters to you. And it's you're an art channel first and foremost. You will always be that. You will always be that, and you'll find your niche. And the thing is that, you know, it's going to be at a time where YouTube is just, the odds are stacked on all of us. Not just me, but on everybody. With the way YouTube is pivoting to be this Netflix, TikTok competitor, yeah, it is likely going to be time for me to move somewhere else. To find... it's so crazy that after all these years, we still don't have a worthy competitor to YouTube. I'm not knocking Rumble or BitChute or Odyssey or anything like that. I'm just saying... After all these years, we still don't have a competitor that reaches that level of magnitude and influence as YouTube does. And YouTube is trying to compete with Netflix, is trying to compete with TikTok, is trying to compete with all of... It's taken the U in YouTube out. You know, you notice that in the shorts category, they're promoting, you're seeing a lot more... AI generated stuff in the shorts category. You're seeing a lot of this, that, and the third. And it's an interesting time that we're in, you know? I think it's going to be harder for me to grow even more. I think it's going to be harder for me to grow even more in next year. So I think it is going to rely on, you know, me venturing out, branching out to other outlets. Maybe, I think I could see myself following in Clownfish TV's shoes, though, you know. Starting my own website, just kind of go there, send my stuff up there, so that way, you know, not even trusting Super Chats, especially with what happened to Camelot. With that whole chargeback situation. Now I'm fearful about that. Of course, you guys heard what happened on Twitch is that Emeru got this like 1,000 gifted subs, like this 1,000 gifted subscription, and that raised a major red flag because like that's going to raise a major red flag, especially with the situation that happened to Camelot, where he now has to owe YouTube like $20,000 because of a chargeback situation. And Asmongold crashed out, and he crashed out rightfully because it's like, listen, if somebody gives me like $5,000 in super chats, or like a gifted membership, like 1,000 gifted memberships in one go, yes, they need to be banned permanently. Because that's a scam. That is clearly going to be... YouTube is going to find something suspicious about that, and it's going to... YouTube is going to find something suspicious about that, and it's going to get yourself demonetized over that shit, you know? It's going to get yourself in big trouble. I want to be taxed unfairly, go to Britain, exactly. I'm just saying, it's... 2026 is going to be an interesting year, regardless. 2026 is going to be a very interesting year, to say the least. But I really am enjoying just drawing, man. I've always enjoyed drawing. I always will enjoy drawing. It's just, it's so funny is that this month I really got into my work this month. I was like, damn, and I was like, wow, I'm actually trying something. I'm trying something a little bit new with each piece. I feel like I'm trying something new. It feels like you're learning some new things, and it feels like you're not. It feels like a lot of this stuff is much easy. I get the sense that a lot of what I've been struggling is going to be a lot easier than I make it out to be. It's going to be a lot more easier to figure out than I make it out to be, you know? I'm even enjoying the line art process, to be honest with you. I'm even enjoying doing this line art now. It feels like I'm able to make a steady, smooth lines with one stroke, you know. And you know what? Oh man. You know what? I was gonna do that Furin head challenge. That Furin head challenge. I was gonna do that too. Do that traditional. I was like, man, maybe I'm too late for that. It's a fun challenge. I saw some really amazing renditions of that Furin art challenge. All this week. It's really amazing stuff. Like, wow, that's so cool. I was like, man, I should take part in that. It's a good way. Even Mark Brunette had a whole video. Like his last video was all about the Freerun Art Challenge and how to draw heads at that angle. How to do your perfect heads at that. How to draw heads at that angle, which is so cool to see. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I gotta. The cursed image, yeah, that free raid, yeah, it became a huge art challenge, all this week, all the last week and this week, so there was so many renditions on just learning to draw, Freeren's head. It's a good test to kind of learn how to draw heads from, any angle, you know. People took that and used it as like a way to teach themselves how to draw heads at any angle, even from a low angle. Heads, which is really cool though. It was really cool stuff, man. I was like, man. I was gonna take part in that. I was like, oh, I could do like a traditional sketch. I could do like a traditional ink draw and turn it into a short or something. Of me attempting the Freerun challenge. But I'm pretty slow on art trends, and it's just, I took this one on Blanc because she's trending on Twitter, so Blanc is trending on Twitter. I was like, give it. I could probably finish this by Tuesday. Whole thing by Tuesday. If not, maybe even later if I really put my head into it. So, speaking of which, let me flip the canvas over and just make sure everything is. Also, I'm drawing small-breasted characters. So to anybody who says I only do big titty characters, no, I'm drawing small-breasted characters too. I can do small-chested characters, guys. I'm like, yes, I can do small and flat-chested characters. Okay, I am giving Blanc a little bit, just a small buzz, but I can do. I think that's probably gonna be one thing I'm probably gonna do at some point. At some point this year is just draw one flat-chested. Yeah, it's still going too. So I was like, I still got plenty of time to. You could be flat and still curvy. You can still be flat and still curvy, though, so... It's still curvy as hell. I do need to adjust the hands. Yes, I do need to adjust the hands, though. And I think I'm gonna get crazy. And the thing is that I gotta pay close attention to the amount of details that Blanc has on her jacket. She has a lot of details though, so. I'm sorry for even starting Sakamoto days. I don't do that many back shots. I don't do that many back shots, so I don't think it's I have a struggle with it. It's not that I don't have a. I think it's not that I don't think I have a struggle with back shots in general. It just didn't interest me as much, but I do think I'm okay. I'm decent when it comes to back shots. It's like. But also, I don't know. I feel like I want to try to make it feel dynamic with a back. When I do a back shot, I try to make it feel dynamic, you know? Muscles are fun. Yes, yes. I feel like I've gotten so much better at drawing abs lately. I think with Malevola is a good example of that. Drawing muscular abs. You're always learning. You know, that's the thing. You're always learning, and that's the same thing I tell Emerald is like, when you're doing these shots, you know, make sure you're flip the canvas. Flip your canvas over, you're going to see a lot of your errors. Especially in the line art process, I always flip the canvas over. Well, for the most part, most of the time. Most of the time, I flip the canvas over to just correct my errors and everything. To make sure the anatomy and everything is up to par before I start on, like, really going into the details. Like, really getting into the details here. I think it is... Dreads are fun. Dreads are fun. Dreads are fun. Curls are fun too. Curls are fun to draw too. Kiki's a shiny example of curls. Like, I think that was always been an interesting thing about Kiki is her curls. It's just because she... When I draw curls, it's always very interesting. Like, it really gets a lot of attention. Also. And I'm used to and here's another thing, and I pay so close attention. I grew up paying so I grew up loving beats. I grew up loving like beat. I grew up loving listening to beats and melodies so much that I will play them on repeat. Like, I'm serious. Like, there's a lot of beats I grew up listening to, just listen on repeat just because I love the way it sounds. I love the way the beat sounds. That's why I have this song, that's why this track has been playing on repeat, just because I really like the sound of it. I do like listening to stuff on repeat. I like listening to tracks on repeat. Just, it sounds. Like, I would hear, like, I remember I sleep with sound. I sleep with I tend to kind of sleep with like the radio on, or I sleep with like I turn on my watch later and I just play that throughout the night just because I just want some, just because I don't like sleeping with dead air too much. I don't like sleeping with dead noise, with just nothing but dead noise, or with no noise or anything. I like to have some noise, some subtle noise in the background. I remember growing up, I would listen to the instrumental to Royalty by Gangstar on repeat. I would listen to that on repeat. I would listen to the instrumental for Common's what's Dilla's famous beat? What's Dilla's famous track? Love Is. That's what it is. I listened to the instrumental of that on repeat. Yeah, Love Is like one of Dilla's like most famous beats though. Yeah, Dilla's is like one of his most famous beats. Jay Dilla. Love Is Common's Love Is from his B soundtrack is like one of Jay Dilla's best work. Most iconic beats. Probably funny, Jay. I would listen to that on repeat. I listen to a lot of songs just on repeat, you know? I just like looping. It's just like, it's the beat and melody that I like listening to. It's just really more than the lyrics, anything else. So that's why I like listening to instrumentals, though. That's why I grew up listening to a lot of instrumentals more than anything. But I'm used to listening to songs on repeat. And I'll draw the songs completely on repeat just because it sets that perfect vibe for me. And I guess this one sets that perfect vibe. I guess the track is called Mystery by J-Rob, and it's like, I guess that sets that perfect vibe for me with Blanc. It's like kind of funny thing, and I was like, that was some of my favorite songs from Sam, but I was like, fucking amazing beats, dude. This is crazy because I came from it was just something that amazes me. Is like I'll hear something like truly amazing, like I'll hear a beat or a track truly amazing, and then to find out that whoever produced this track was like 17 years old, was like in high school at the time, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy. That is crazy talent. That's like a crazy amount of talent, though. Oh, I love it. I love some of my favorite video game soundtracks. I try to look to see if they have like a 1 hour loop. Just, I want to keep it. I love doing it. I love listening to those. I was trying to find to see if they have like a 1 hour loop, because I want to just listen to like the whole hour. Or for an hour. Just. No, it's just, you know, I rediscovered, like I said, like I mentioned on Friday, that, you know, I rediscovered drum and bass this year. I rediscovered my love for jungle this year. I've rediscovered my love for chill and trap more than hip hop. Like, seriously. Like, I don't really listen to I hardly listen to hip hop anymore. I prefer just listening to chill and trap beats now. Trap app stuff. And I'm still a house head at heart. I'll always be a house head at heart. It's just, man. And a lot of stuff is like house sound, and some of this stuff is house sounding to me as well. House music sounding. I feel like there's a lot of overloop. I feel like there's some loop here, you know? I think about something that's like my soundtrack would just be somehow this perfect fusion of jungle. Like, I'm listening to this right now, and I'm thinking, how would this sound? Like, I'm kind of like visualizing in my mind, like, how would this sound with a jungle beat? Like, keep the melody, keep that soft melody there. But how would you do this with a jungle? How would you transform this into a jungle track? Thinking like I'm thinking about it right now. It's like, how would this sound like a jungle track? Because it's heavy on the bass. The melody relies a lot on the bass too. And it's like, how would I transition this into a jungle? How would this sound as a jungle track? Method Man did a lot of stuff to Power Man 3000. I did not know that! I did not know that! I did not know that! Trying to look for it, Power Man. I'm trying to look it up, but I don't see anything regarding that, man. Are you sure about that? I'm trying to look it up. That's like... Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that. You may have to check that, Mars, because I'm... Yeah, you may have to check that. Are you sure? Okay, you need to send links for proof, man. I'm trying to look it up right now, and it's like... I think... Alright, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna head to bed so I can get ready for Machiny Live tomorrow. So, Machiny Live, we're gonna do another episode of We're gonna do another episode. Maybe we'll do probably 2 episodes of Dispatch before we move on to Five Hearts season 2. And then I'll have an announcement at the end of tomorrow's show. Wait! Oh, he's been featured. Okay. Movie out stream tomorrow. Okay, no problem, man. No problem. Listen, guys, thanks for hanging out with me on this little after party. Go like get all that energy out of me. Thank you all so much. So I will be working on Blanc throughout this whole time. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much. Smack that like button, make it jiggle, all that good stuff. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you guys catch, special thanks to Snowdub for letting me have me on the Con Council tonight. It was so much fun. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Until then, have a good night. Never stop drawing. Love y'all. Peace. I'll let this play out. Later.